annual giving campaign and our 3-year capital campaign is in full swing with the theme, Building a Place Where Love Dwells. And each week, you have, if you've been here or if this is your first time, you get to hear from one of our members with a reason for their commitment to this community. And today is really special. She's online with us, Susan Edwards. You can't see her, but we know that she's there. And she's one of our online regulars who lives in California and has been part of this congregation during the COVID years. And Debbie Moore is going to read Susan's testimony for her. Debbie?
Thank you. I feel honored to have met Susan through the spiritual pilgrimage when I first came to St. Luke, so it's an honor to read her testimony today. Hello, my name is Susan Ledger Edwards, and I hate giving speeches. However, this is a speech worth giving, and yes, I wrote that down with no pun intended. So I'm supposed to tell you what the online St. Luke's community means to me. As many of you know, I actually live in Southern California. I have been so blessed in my life. I have a family that I adore, including my husband and 2 beautiful children. I am currently retired after teaching for 37 years, a job I truly loved. So how on earth did I end up going to St. Luke's? Well, something was missing. I had no spiritual community. I didn't have a church because my diocese seceded from the Episcopal Church years ago in a protest against women priests and gay people, now properly called the LGBTQ community. Well, since I am a member of a church with a woman priest, which welcomes all gender identities, you can imagine that I could not support this protest. To make a long story short, becoming a member of St. Luke's was an accident, or as my brother in prayer, Joe, would say, a wonderful coincidence. My beautiful sister Karen signed up for the On Sacred Ground online course. I joined the course as much to connect with her every week as to learn, but I liked the class and the people. Later that spring, we both signed up for the spiritual pilgrimage without really understanding what it was about, just because we loved the community we met from the class. And it's probably a good thing we didn't fully understand the purpose of the pilgrimage, because at that point, we both felt skittish about the organized church. Well, after the pilgrimage, we were hooked. Karen ended up sponsoring me as a member of the church, and it's been a lifeline for both of us this past year. Many of you probably know that my sister Karen passed away in June. Since Karen couldn't come to church in person very often, she was embraced by the online St. Luke's community. She came to the Thursday prayer group as often as she could and always knew that she was in their prayers. This group is a diverse group of mavericks, the perfect prayer foundation for a church that believes in diversity and inclusiveness. The group supported my sister Karen as she progressively became sicker, and once I retired, I was able to join the prayer group with her. When Karen couldn't travel, Canon Britt and St. Luke's hosted the quiet family funeral for my parents we had arranged a year earlier, but couldn't complete as planned. Canon Britt also visited Karen at the house and brought communion. When Karen entered the hospital for the last time, Canon Britt was with her for that entire day. Mother Hillary made it there as well. My sister was an amazing person. Frankly, I know she was more prepared for her death than we were, but I know all of the love and support eased her passing. Canon Britt and the St. Luke's community continued their support by helping our family celebrate Karen's life with a beautiful service that reflected her gifts and personality, and have been with our family as we mourn her loss. This caring and support that our family experienced is part of the whole vision of St. Luke's. When Canon Britt gave the sermon about our patron saint, I thought, wow, he really did embody all the healing and compassion that both my sister and I have found in this community. In a world with so much pain and judgment, St. Luke's welcomes everyone. As that support continues, even for people like me who can only attend online, sometimes it's just words of encouragement. When the parable of the bridesmaids with their oil lamps was read 2 weeks ago, I couldn't help thinking, that would be me. As a notoriously absent-minded person, I would be the one running out the door without oil for my lamp. But as Britt pointed out, being ready doesn't mean you have to run out the door remembering everything. We just have to keep trying to bring light to the world by continuing to love and support each other. Sometimes the message from St. Luke's is a call to action. Last week, we had another tough parable to live up to: the servants wisely or unwisely investing their master's money. As a kid, I sort of felt sorry for the poor guy who buried his. 1 talent I gold because I thought, at least he didn't spend it on himself. But looking at it with another perspective, the guy just hid the money he was given and never used it. We are all called to use what we are given. One person in our prayer group cannot even get out of bed, but she brings so much inspiration and wisdom to our group. And I, who hate giving speeches, have been called to give this one. But again, it's a cause worth talking about, because I know that what we give both will be appreciated and used wisely. As a final thought, I want to share 2 occasions of joy that happened this week. First, a man devastated by the loss of his life partner proudly escorted his daughter to the altar when she got married. And second, a woman mourning the loss of her beloved sister joined her ecstatic family in welcoming a beautiful baby girl into the world, the first baby of a new generation. So what does this have to do with St. Luke's? The important gift of hope. How wonderful it is to be part of a community that is truly working to bring the gift of hope and comfort to this difficult world. St. Luke's is actually out there, feeding the hungry, launching this ambitious plan to provide housing for needy families. I am proud to be part of a church offering light to a world that needs it so desperately. I ask you to support St. Luke's amazing vision for the future, a vision of hope, faith, and love.